What is up, YouTube? I hope everyone is having a good week so far. Today we've got a Guild War battle against Paladia, who is currently ranked number 3 on the leaderboards. It's going to be a tight war, and Ilanav has been released, so I am seeking out Ilanav defenses for you guys to see, and maybe we can learn something together. If you do enjoy this content, please drop a like and comment below. It really helps me with the algorithm. And without further ado, let's hop right into our first battle. Alrighty, now in round 1, we do have Ilanav on defense. What we're going to be doing is we're going to have Trozet protecting Destina, because Ilanav does have AoE on the first turn. We want to make sure that we have immunity on T-Crozet, because we don't want Bellion to provoke us on the first turn. And we want to have enough ER, but mainly we want to have more bulk in this comp on Destina than ER, because Bellion's not going to have that much effectiveness, but the main thing is having enough bulk so that when Ilanav does injure down your Destina, you are still tanky enough to have value. Ed is going to be on injury set. I think this is an absolute must for this team, because if you don't, all of these HP scaling bruisers are just going to work you down. I'm going to be running his own artifact, because after 4 turns, 4 S2s, which is, Bellion provokes, Karina S1 defense breaks, we're going to have 32% speed increase, which is going to be really huge, and we have 2 units that can push Ed up to finish off the rest of this team. Priority is going to be Ilanav, Bellion, and then Karina. On the bottom team, we are going to be running a really tanky Adventurer Ras, who's on Adamant Shield, and he's going to be on protection set with immunity, which is really important because there is a Senya on the other team. We don't want to get provoke locked on the first turn, since his S2 is going to have a lot of value, right? And then Roana also will have immunity on a standard build. And then Lionheart Sermia is going to be on a standard POV lifesteal build. But the main thing here is having Adventure Ras in the back, because his passive will protect himself if Kisei does go into him. So let's hope this comes out clean, and maybe we'll learn something about the Ilanav defenses. Let's go. So Karina does go first, so 17.5k HP. Defense break, rocket punch, gauntlet. So injuries are already going. So we're gonna drop the S3 into the Ilanav, but we gotta make sure we take a screenshot first. We're gonna go into the Ilanav. Now remember, if there's triple night comp like this, they could have like double Holy Sack, they could have double Elbris, like things could get kind of weird, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to S2 Ed. We're gonna push him down, but also just heal him up. We don't want to S3 because he's not very low yet, but let's just get as much injury down onto Ilanav as possible. And that's fine. And we're going to go for even more pushing, so we're going to go S3 onto the Ed. The main thing is we want to make sure the Ed is cycling here with injury to have as much value as possible onto the Ilanav, because it's almost like a race against time, right? Alright, so Ilanav's out of the picture. That's perfect. We're going to S1 onto the Bellion. And it's on Proof of Valor. Interesting. So now I think we don't really need to heal, but since we might as well just heal. There's no reason to hold the ability. Now I was really expecting Ilanav to go first, but even if Karina goes first, that's fine with me. We're going to S2 back. So we're at 2 charges, so we're getting 16% speed buff from our artifact. And we're gonna push the Ed down again. Ed's the star of the show, so let's just get him cycling as much as possible here. Alright. Maybe T-Crozet is gonna be able to stun as well. He counters. So he's on counter set. Not an injury, so he's stunned. Karina's gonna S3 again, so Karina basically can't kill now, which is good. Part of me is thinking that what if you run Symbol of Unity instead, so that we get higher chances of hitting Karina, but I think the difference is probably negligible, in my opinion. Maybe even Sigurd's Scythe could be useful, but overall I think this comp feels pretty safe at this point. S1, now we just need to wait for Ed to actually hit the Karina. So this might take a while, so I think we're just going to speed up the clip real quick and go from there, because if we don't hit, it's going to take a while. So we'll be back in a jiffy, guys.
Don't be afraid. Beast of the West. Don't let these guys off their leashes. This one seems a good match. We'll fight until the bitter end. I got you. Bye-bye.
Alright, there we go. So we're pretty much done with this fight. Overall, this fight looks pretty clean. So on to the next. And so Kisei goes first, 9.6k HP. I'm assuming it's a Lexus basket, but let's see. It's Symbol of Unity. Okay. So everything's working to plan. Politics is going second. Looks like a degen Politics potentially. Maybe on Abyssal Crown or something. It landed on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to S3 here. Because we want Polly to S2, which is going to enable my LHC to get her first turn. The idea in this team is we want to blitz down the Kisei as fast as possible. So we get activated there, perfect, and we get the CR push. Now we're going to rip the S3 into the Kisei. Hopefully we're able to finish her off, like right here. Which I think we definitely cannot. But that's okay. We're going to go for the sure kill onto the Poly then, since I know that'll kill. And then we'll leave Kisei for second, since we still have immunity on Aras. So we're not going to get provoke locked. Yeah, we're fine. So now we just want to S2 into the Kisei. And counter, we heal, get defense buff up. And then we're going to S1 onto the Kisei. Yeah, I think everything worked out well. It's really hard for Kisei to solo carry against Aras. Like, it's really hard to be fast and one-shot Aras. Like, there's just no way, right? That's fine. So now we S3. And then we have immunity. Or, whoa, what happened there? We have immunity, so the Senya is not going to be able to provoke us here, so we can burn S1. And now we just burn S1. And we basically just auto is on heal EE. Alright, so this is going to take a little bit, since assuming that we're not going to crit, so let's see how this goes. Counters. So it's probably a high effectiveness Senya if its landing provokes through ER buff. And it didn't land on Roanna. One of the things that you want to make sure you make note of is when you are scouting a tower or scouting a fort or a stronghold, make sure you're paying attention to these things where if they're provoke locking specific units with more ER. For example, my Roanna has 122, so if it's not landing on 122 ER, then we can assume that it probably doesn't have that much effectiveness. It is also 18k HP, so it's probably effectiveness or attack ring. So we're gonna S1. This activates the LHC, I believe. And it does. Perfect. I believe we can burn S1 now. Or sorry, burn S2, I mean. Oh, no. We're gonna S3. Alright, there we go. E counters. That's fine. We counter. That's fine. Burn S2 on Aras, and this fight's pretty much over, I think. Alright, perfect. Alright, that's round number 1. Let's move on to our second battle for the day. Alrighty, into our second battle of the day. I'm not going to be showing the Ran just because I can't show my top speed for you guys, in case I have it on defense. But this is going to be my Ida, 256 speed with 14 speed, so it should be 270 with Wanderer Silk. And then Wanderer Silk is going to be at 280 with almost 200 effectiveness, so that we can land S3 Silence or maybe even strip off of the EE in the event that it is an ER by Syria or something like that. And then for the bottom team, we're basically going to be making Ed the fastest so that Zio and Solitaire can go first into him, because Solitaire and Zio both target the fastest unit. And I'm going to have Roanna slower and Touch of Rekos because we're not going to be able to take a turn, so Celestine will be useless, right? So Winter's going to keep tapping her, and we're just going to get more healing off of Touch of Rekos on bulk with immunity, so we can't get 2 turns stunned by the Winter right away. And then we're going to have Doris tanking the Zio, so we'll have Water's Origin as tanky as possible, also slow enough so that we're not within speed RNG for the Edward to, not potentially take the first turn. Otherwise, we'll just straight up lose. If everything goes to plan, we should be good to go. So let's get right into it. Alright, round 1. So Rosa Hargana, interesting. So we have our screenshot. So we're going to go. We're going to just S3 because it's Rosa Hargana on the Briar Ice area.
Don't forget this feeling.
I don't know what this defense was, but yeah, I don't know. It wasn't even ER by Syria. I was expecting like all units to be like 25k HP with ER by Syria, but I guess not. Never mind. Okay, round 2. Alright, so Zio goes first. Alabastron, 19.5k HP. Let's find out if it's on injury set. It's not on injury. 14.8k HP Winter.
Not bad, right?
Okay, Touch of Rekko's procced, which is great. Then we have Solitaria going. Goes on the Roanna since she's next on the CR bar. Push me back. I get stunned. We get healing there. So there is injury. I think it's injury Solitaria. So if we S2, we're going to be in a weird spot because Winter's going to get another S3 off. So I believe we're going to do S1. It's on Proof of Valor. Wow, interesting. Okay. Proof of Valor Zio. I'm very curious what type of trap this is supposed to trap. Huh. So this is going to be free healing. Perfect, we get the defense buff. It's injury Solitaria. Just hopefully stun on the Ed. Perfect. Okay. Let's start working down this Winter as soon as possible. Oh, Alabastron. The defense break. So Zio's gonna go into there. Winter's gonna cleanse if you use a non-attack skill. Okay, I think we have to S3 the Ed, because it could be a lose condition here if Solitary S1, S2 stuns the Ed. But then defense break is cleanse and it's not on DPS. Okay, you know what? No, let's S1. We're fine. Injury Solitaire just doesn't do enough damage, I feel. Does he stun my Ed? Nope. Lucky. No counters, so we get healing here. Piranha still stunned, just perma stunned. Okay, I got stunned there, unfortunate. I think I saw Doors resist the Solitaria attack here. I believe so. Nice, resisted. Beautiful. S1, blind debuff, which is nice. Get some healing from Roanna. And we resisted. Okay. You know, I think this defense would have been interesting if there was like a injury Zio and injury Solitaria to really stack it up. But even then, I don't know if that would have made the difference, to be honest. We're gonna S1 into the Winter here. Since Solly's gonna wake up my Ed anyway. Alright, perfect. Now we have souls, we can generate our turns a lot faster for Ed as well. Okay, yeah. Everything looks good here. We've definitely stabilized, so now we can just push the Ed.
Even if you're scared, never give up.
Perfect, perfect. S1. And he's gonna kill herself, I think. Ed should kill, if not, another tap will kill her. Perfect. Alright, very clean round 2. Awesome. Easy, let's go. Alright, so for our last battle of the day, we are going to be running Green Armin, F Maya, and Destina. You may be wondering why this team, and I'll explain really briefly. So Bryceria is going to land defense break and unbuffable, assuming that she's high effectiveness. F Maya will always 100% of the time cleanse a defense break, so F Maya makes a really good option with Rocket Punch. Unfortunately not plus 30. We have Green Armin on protection set with Aureus, and we on the cleanse EE, and we have a built-in adamant shield, so she's a ton of damage mitigation And she also lets the Shu focus into the F Maya to get the defense buffs as much as possible. Destina is going to be running 330 ER so that we can try to resist the defense breaks from the Bryceria. For round 2, I'm not going to be showing my Peyra as it's my top speed. And then we have Ida at 256 speed with 14 speed. Imprint from Wanderer Silk, so that's going to be 270. And then we have Wanderer Silk, that's going to be high effectiveness to potentially, you know, land maybe S3 on the Kayron. And we are going to be running the Dispel EE in the case that we do need to hit him. And assuming everything goes well, it should be a clean, easy fight. Let's get right into it, boys. Alright, here we go. So Bryceria goes first as expected. 8.6k HP. And it did not land on anyone. Alright, never mind. It's, okay. Well, I guess we just S1 the Celine, so we can kill her as soon as possible. We want to kill the Celine ASAP so that we can get the Destina going and using her heals ASAP. 20.2k HP Shu. Yeah, everything's okay so far. So I'm not going to S3 because I don't want the Celine to proc. What was that artifact? I'm gonna have to watch that back. So F Maya can finish the Celine here. So I'm just gonna S1. And then we're gonna S1 again and Rocket Punch. And she's dead. There we go. Choose 20k HP.
Be careful.
Oh, it's Infinity Basket. Okay. Don't think this trap's very good. Honestly. I think a high effectiveness Bryceria is probably better. But either way, I don't think we would have lost running this team. If you're serious about Guild War, I think this is probably the best team you could possibly run into a lot of Bryceria teams, because F Maya is just too good into Bryceria. The fact that you can just guarantee you can guarantee cleanse a defense break is just, the value is insane. Maybe he has twos, he doesn't. So we're gonna finish off the Bryceria. And then we S1. That's fine. I really wish that we had a plus 30 Rocket Punch, because it would make her feel so much more stable too. Alright. We're gonna S1. Don't really need to do too much here. Snow Crystal. Okay, that's good. Good that we got the info that it's Snow Crystal. Now we S1 here. Rocket Punch. Beautiful. And so she just slowly gets whittled down. Next turn, she's probably dead, I believe. We're gonna push the F Maya. And go for an S3. And he should die, assuming my Rocket Punch procs. Yep, he's dead. Perfect. Alright, round 2. Alright. 5% slower. Beautiful. We're gonna S2. Land Unbuffable on Kayron.
You dare stop me?
Ah, so he's high ER on everything. I see.
Heed my call.
So I'm going to S2.
Loneliness. Pain.
And then we're gonna S3. It looks like he's got tanky Kayron and Landy with ER. So yeah, that's definitely what he's running. So he's gonna Kayron S3 into me. So we're gonna S3 onto the Landy to push it back and farm souls. I'm not gonna go for hits on Kayron, just because he could counter, right? We don't know if he's counter or not. That's fine. We're gonna S2 into the Landy. And then he's gonna S3, but he can't kill me, so it's all fine. Easy. GG. Alright, clean round 2. Alright, easy dub, let's go. Well, that sums up our 3 Guild War battles against Paladia. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope next war there will be more Ilanav defenses to scout so we can see what her true potential is. But please drop a like and comment below to help me with the algorithm. It really helps a ton. And all in all, I love you guys. Have a good weekend. Bye!